It's a good thing I keep seeds when I find rare things growing around. Like lomelia and fleta. We don't really have a lot of that growing around here. But stuff like the lomelia, there's some growing along here, and some on that trail. They need a grass relationship, so you can't really just remove them. I want to cry. I've been taking my kids through here since they were little. They're 20 years old. I've seen some of them trees grow up. Private property. We're lucky we get to use the trail to walk on. I didn't want my children running in the beer store parking lot, because there is no sidewalk. There's only parking lots, a gas station, a beer store that you have to walk through to get to the grocery store. So we came through here. It's still here. But when you see these trees, you watch them grow for 20 years. They're in the way of the dump trucks. Because they filled in a swamp up here beside the grocery store. And you can't say it wasn't swamp land. It was. They just diverted the water a bit. I'm sorry. This stuff will grow back. And we got a lot of this in Omeguin. We have a lot of forest. We have a lot of swamp land. I don't even know if we were allowed to be back here, but we didn't leave any garbage. We didn't leave a trace. And my children learned nature. And now I can't even get in there to look at all the mushrooms. Or the sundew that grow in this swamp. Half of the year this place is flooded. Usually in the spring and the fall, but our springs have been really, really dry, or this would be full of water. That's not very far away, and that's more than a ditch. This floods. That's why they put sand down. It was wet for the dump truck. And they bought, I don't know if they bought the whole property. I don't know what went on, if somebody bought it all or... Oh, and they dumped sand on top of that. They filled in the puddle, the little tadpoles and stuff. Mm-hmm. There's a different kind of tadpole, different frog. Little tiny toads. We'll see how their population this is this year, because they cross here. They can't cross here. Oh, they put a niche in. Nice. I guess I shouldn't really complain, but there's a few different violets that grew here. I collected some seed. I'm really hoping maybe they'll start down in here where it stays a bit wetter. You get surprised. Sometimes Mother Nature actually likes a disturbance. I'm trying to stay positive. It is Mother's Day. And I come back here. See, this is... somewhere where my kids used to come and, you know how when you take them to the grocery store and they want to run around and be crazy? Well, before and after, they had here to run around in instead of the Mirror Store parking lot, literally. I guess there's a puddle for the tadpoles. Might be a better one. It's a lot of clay under here. You gotta take advantage of this time of time to look at what is in the dirt. Somebody else did the digging anyway. You can see that's heavy gray clay. We have red soil around here usually, or white, and sand. But you see the red and the white sand. That gives you a clue to what type of minerals you've got.
You're trying to divert the water.
Yeah, there's a ditch in here, somewhat.
They got a pipe going through here.
A culvert.
See the pipe?
So, I will really cry if they take the middle out. I will. Improvements. They might do something back in here.
See the pipe here?
I was going to make this a short, but...
Oh, that's swampland. You can tell it's swampland.
yeah, it is swampland.
You just can't build on a swamp.
You're not supposed to. Maybe close to 100 feet. Maybe more. Maybe like 200. It's kind of hard to judge. But in that range. You see that land in there? They filled all of that in with cut wood, willow, birch, tamarack. They filled it in full of the wood. And then they're putting sand on top of it. So the wood they cut down, and then sand, and they wonder why it sinks after a while. Well, you need to put rock in. And sometimes this boggy stuff, sometimes it has no bottom in areas. Maybe on the way back we'll take a walk up further and show you the real part of this swamp, which is more in the heartland part of it. This is like the outskirts where the road is and where they already filled it full of sand and gravel for 100 years. There's a ditch around in there, and it comes to the grocery store, which I'm gonna not really show. I don't like to give my exact location it's out, and I don't want to take the privacy of these people as much as I can. I'll try to keep that. If you recognize it, you recognize it, but vehicles are farther enough away. Crazy. Pay paradise and put on a parking lot. I remember when I was taller than this tree. I let's honor it. It might not be here, or it might stay, it might not. It's like 3 or 4 times the size of me now. Sorry for the brightness, but it's beautiful that way. Yes, I'm a tree hugger. I love to hug trees. Well, not really hug them, but I like to protect them. I only hugged a couple or so in my lifetime before, really.